Hi, so good morning class. We start our second session of Selenium. So see, this is our course curriculum, which we prefer to move ahead to complete this course, this session of
Okay.
batch 2. Okay, so yesterday, as we seen overview about test automation. What is test automation? Why it's required? How many open source available in the market, and some introduction part of Selenium we seen yesterday, and today we'll
Right.
okay. So today we'll focus on this different component and how can we record our scenario in Selenium ID, how we can say yeah, that element locator in Selenium, how we can identify those web element in the page, and then we can see uh, some actions and the verification will be there, and the store debugging, how we debug our script in Selenium ID. So this thing we do today itself. We'll finish Selenium ID, and after that I will provide you some assignment. To that assignment you have to submit till this coming Friday, and after that, from next Saturday, we'll start some Java concept. So Java concept, this is our topics which will be cover. How can Java help in Selenium and why it is required. Okay. And after that, the OOPS concept will be also we can taking care of. So in OOPS concept, there will be loop, string, function, and the command line parameter array. So this main thing will require while we are using Selenium, and there will be file handling, regular expression, ops concept will be there. And after that, in this same thing, uh, package of Java program and revive debugging of application exceptions recording. I think two times we had treated exception. I think file handling, regular expression, no single. So three class we have, three to four. Yeah, four class we are having for only Java. Okay, so Java is very important for using this WebDriver part. And in WebDriver, when we start, so at the time we can see the overview of WebDriver, introduction, Firebug, Firefox, and pre-recorded test scenario in Selenium ID. How can we convert into respective programming language, and we can use to WebDriver. That will be one part. And after that, we can purely come to our WebDriver site where we can start writing from scratch our scripts, and there will be different annotation we can use. So here we can move ahead with TestNG. Okay, so TestNG will be one test unit framework where we can use to execute this all kind of program where parameterization, synchronization, desired capabilities, and Internet Explorer. How can we handle our links button, checkbox, radio button, drop down, mouse over, drag and drop. So everything we can see there will be multiple function as well. Okay, then also
Yeah. One question here, Rosen.
yeah.
Uh, one when we are suppose that I start working on Selenium, right?
Hmm.
How are the chances of creating an entire framework, as in for a particular? You're getting my point, right? As in
Yes. So we are
we.
coming there, no problem. So as of now we are see first we can learn, and we learn our basic thing means individual function we learn first. After that,
Right, right.
we are integrating those function as our framework. So
Okay,
that framework part come to here in our 12th class.
okay, okay.
Means this will be our last
Got it.
class where we can design our framework that will be data driven, keyword driven, and hybrid framework.
Right.
Okay, and here the name like demo of, so don't confuse with demo name, because demo means I will show you one project. I will start to design a framework from scratch, so you can see that how we design framework from scratch. So the framework we design kind of, first we design data driven, then data driven become keyword driven, and as you know, more than one framework. If suppose we are integrating in single framework,
Yeah, that
so
will be
that's called
hybrid.
the hybrid framework. Okay, so that kind of
Right.
approach we are following to develop a framework. And after completing this framework and your question answer, then we can give you two assignments, so which you have to finish and prepare your framework your own, and then we can see how much you understand for our all session. And after that you have uh, submit an online exam, and after that you will get a certificate from here. And after some management team will be contact with you
Okay.
regarding
Yeah, yeah,
further.
no problem.
So here we also see Maven. How can we work with Maven in Selenium? Why it is help? Why we are using Maven? And then POM. Here one thing we had missed out, but we can cover it. There's a in POM there's a page object model and page factory. Okay, so POM, page object model, and page factory come together. Only small difference will be there, so we'll discuss and at the time what is the difference between page object model and page factory. So the topic will be covered, no problem, don't worry. Here is the in during the preparation of this syllabus we missed it. Okay, so we'll update it, no problem. And then we can see how can we work with uh, database side whenever we would like to register somewhere in some form creation. So you are registering yourself, and those data, what data we are entering in front end, so same data should be stored in our database side. So for database testing side, you can say we can use Selenium. So how we can retrieve data with JDBC and MySQL. So that part also we cover. And after that we can see the grid, how grid will help us to execute same test case with the different browser, and how can we test parallelly. Okay, so these are all our module of this Selenium. And slowly we'll complete this. Okay, so in between, if suppose you are query, so just rest in chatting section, or if suppose you are getting error, so you can also send us at yeah, your query into our email ID. There's a support at learnunwired.com. Okay, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm waiting some more candidate. Still they're not coming. 8:40. Okay, fine. So I will started today's session, no problem. So see, yesterday we had seen like how our manual test, what is our manual test, what is our Selenium concept will work. So these two things where we had seen first class. Yeah. So mm, yes. So this is our scenario. What is Selenium? What is our manual testing? In manual testing, there are two stream, functional and non-functional. Then manual and automation. We can reduce our main advantage of this automation will be reduced time and fast delivery, and we can do rapid testing and also accelerated testing, ad hoc testing if suppose required. So we can run our automation script for those if suppose we do not have requirement. So Selenium ID will be one approach where we can do that. And also this is a this kind of scenario you can see in your daily uh, routine at your office. So the automation will help us. So automation we are focusing into Selenium. So now we come to Selenium. So Selenium is, as we discussed yesterday overview, Selenium is open source and web-based functional testing tool. Sometimes also you can say there's a performance testing tool as well, because whenever we are running our script, so that time it will give us request and response time. So how much time it will take to complete execution. So that thing you can see there. So accordingly we can say yes, this is our performance time. There is gap or any uh, benefits or any advantage of this, like you can say. And here Selenium is also supporting by multiple programming languages. So in multiple programming language, that will be Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, PHP, and JavaScript as well, and yeah, Ruby is there. And supporting multiple browser, there's a 5 browser, as you know, the Safari, Chrome, Opera, and hmm, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome. So these 5 browser it will be supported. And also we can do here distributed our test case for executions with the help of Selenium Grid. And here once we can write and execute anytime, anywhere, using like different platform, as I told you, has been are using window platform here, Windows 7. So whenever we develop our script, so we can execute into different environment like Linux and Mac. And then there is a different component with us into Selenium, the Selenium ID, Selenium 1.0 also we can call as a Selenium remote control, and the Selenium 2.0 called as a Selenium WebDriver. And this is a third part, Selenium Grid, the fourth component. There is a two version with us, 1.0 and 2.0. And we do not have there one disadvantage you can say for Selenium key. We only test our web-based application. We cannot test our desktop application. If suppose sometime we require to do test of desktop application, so normally a small thing we can do with the help of this AutoIT tool or SQL tool. Okay, so this overview about Selenium uh, overall, and then we can starting our Selenium ID. So for Selenium ID, first requirement, what will be requirement of Selenium IDE? So for Selenium IDE, or if suppose anytime you are working with Selenium, so for Selenium we require, first requirement will be internet. Okay, first requirement will be internet. Internet is compulsory for using Selenium. Okay, without internet we cannot do, because Selenium is only work with web-based application. So first requirement will be internet. Second requirement will be your Firefox browser in your system. For Selenium ID, one is a internet, second is a Firefox. Mozilla Firefox is required. Any version, updated version is okay, and previous version also okay. Okay, for Selenium IDE. So whenever we are opening, so how can we configure our Selenium IDE in Firefox? So for that, Kedar, if you have any queries, so just let me know in chat section. Okay, we'll discuss on that. If suppose you are having in between query, or suppose I am going fast, very fast, so also you can tell me I'm not understanding properly, go slow like that, so we can manage it, no problem. Okay, okay. So now see, so first we have to configure Selenium ID. See, in my browser we had already conducted in previous class. So I have configured Selenium ID in my Firefox browser, but I will tell you how you can configure Selenium ID in your systems. So first we can go to Selenium, sorry, seleniumhq.org. This is the official website for Selenium. Okay, seleniumhq.org. Seleniumhq.org, here you can see Selenium also called as Selenium automated browser. This is also you can say for Selenium. What is Selenium? Selenium means you can also say it like this, and has support. Suppose Selenium has support of some of largest browser vendor. It is not supported by any different automation tool. Okay, so here also you can see this is a web driver. This is overall description about Selenium. Okay, so now you can go to this Selenium suite, automated web browser class, many platform, many browser, many operating system, programming language, and testing frameworks. So download Selenium like that. Here you can download. So when you then you can go to download. First you can open seleniumhq.org, then come to download section. In download section you can see lot of thing, but I will tell you whenever we require those things. Right now we are focusing to Selenium IDE. So just scroll down your browser, scroll down in this page, then you can get Selenium IDE in between the page. Okay, Selenium IDE, this is your Selenium IDE. So what is Selenium IDE? As I told you, Selenium IDE is Firefox plugin where we can record and play our script, and it will record our all user interaction. Whatever interaction we do with web browser, web pages, everything should be captured in Selenium IDE, and we can explore it. So also, if suppose sometime at what time we require Selenium IDE, when Selenium ID will help us. So Selenium ID will help us at the time where we do not have such requirement, such documentation part of our application. Okay, so that time we have to focus only test functional testing of that application, that's like ad hoc testing or exploratory testing. So for this kind of testing it will help us, okay, because we do not have such documentation requirements, so we do not have test cases. So we do not have test case, so how can we perform and how can we test our, how can we execute our application? So that time we just record it, and if suppose in between the execution we are getting error or a bug in between, so we can raise to the development team, and development team, when they fix it again, they will give us to retest. Then we can again, because we have already recorded our scripts, just we can play it. So then we playing that script, so it will be start to execution. So multiple time execution will be possible with Selenium ID, because if suppose we do not have requirement and something, so human being, if suppose we do manual testing, so sometime can uh, we can ignore some cases. So that kind of activity will be happen. So Selenium ID will help for those conditions. So, okay. So also Selenium IDE. So how can we download? How can we configure? So for that you can see here the download latest release version from add-on Mozilla.org and view release note and then install some plugins. A previous version also you can download from here. Previous version you can take it. So what you have to do, you just go to this Selenium IDE from add-on link. You just click it. Latest version we require. So latest version when you require, so just we have to click add-on Firefox. Then you can come to this place. This is the URL where you can redirect to. And when we come this direction, you can see add to Firefox. You have just click it, add to Firefox. It will downloading, and it will take very small time. It depend upon our internet speed, and you can install it. After installing, you in this is required restart now. Restart now means the browser will restart, not your system will not restart. Okay, only it will restart your Firefox browser, it will not restart your system. Okay, just restart. So whenever it restarted, so you can see your Selenium IDE is located in top right corner in Firefox browser, like see earlier, before configuration, before installation of your Selenium ID in Firefox browser, you can not get this Selenium ID. Only you can see these five things in your top right corner. This is your conversation, this is home icon, this is our display progress ongoing, or when you have to download something, then this is your pocket and this bookmark, and this is our some additional thing. So only you can see, if suppose we do not have configured with Selenium or Firefox, so you cannot see this thing. After restarting your browser, you can see Selenium IDE. Okay, this is one thing. And so first requirement will be your for Selenium ID. First requirement, what will be first requirement? First requirement will be internet connection. Second requirement will be Firefox browser. Okay, and third requirement will be, what is third requirement? Third requirement will be your Selenium IDE plug in Firefox browser. Okay, this is Selenium ID plugin Firefox browser. Yes, add-on. Yes, using add-on also you can do. Okay. Fourth, this is, you can say, fourth will require Firebug, Firebug and Firepath. So this is a Firebug, and fifth will be your Firepath. So why these two things required, I will tell you later on, but this two more thing will be required for Firebug and Firepath. Okay. So first I am showing you this Selenium ID. After that we can discuss about these two more thing, Firebug and Firepath. Okay. So after launching this, after configuration this Selenium IDE, just click it. So one more thing, when you see this is right top corner, you can get it. Okay. Apart from that, apart from this Selenium IDE, you can also see a Selenium ID in your tool section. When you open your tool menu bar, in menu bar tool option, you can see after option you will get a Selenium IDE here. Okay, so you can also open from here as well. Okay, you can directly open from here right top corner, or you can also launch your Selenium IDE from tool menu. Okay, so this is a your Selenium IDE layout, GUI you can say. Okay, so one by one I am explaining you what is the use of this different toolbar and options. Okay, so see, first we'll start from file. So this is, all application having such menu bar. Okay, either you can use WordPad, Notepad, our browser also, anything. So we are having some menu options. So there are five menu options with us in Selenium ID. First is your file, edit, action, option, help. Okay, in this five option we are having different options. So in file menu, when you click it, then you can see there will be three sections, or you can say four sections. One section is called, totally you can say, for test case section. New test case, new, as you are aware what new, what is the new? New means whenever we would like to create a new test case. Okay, then we can click new. Open means our existing test case we would like to open. We had recorded one script and we save it, and next time suppose you would like to use those script, so we can open it. Normal functions. Save test case, save test case as. This is save and save as. Whenever we are recording something as a new test case and would like to save it. So save as, save you can put, or save as means suppose renaming your script or duplicate creation. Okay, this will export test case. If suppose we are having some script previously from different location, and we like to export in our this browser, so we can export it. Recent test case means this is whenever we are recording some script, so the uh, previously recently we recorded script will be displayed in this recent test case area. So this is all test cases. And a test case. A test case means, I will tell you a test case and properties. What is a test case and what is property? Before that, we need to understand this thing. This is a test suite. So what is a test suite? Kedar? No idea. Okay. Uh, Test suite is nothing but your set of test cases. Test script you can say. Okay. As we can see, for test scenario as manual testing, say test scenario is a set of test cases, different test cases. Okay, same kind of thing here. Test suite is a set of our test cases. Whatever test case we are recording, so that test case we can save it as a test suite. Suppose we are creating our for Gmail. Okay, for Gmail account, first we have to create account. This is one scenario. Login is second scenario. Okay, and uh, what will be next? Login, logout. Logout is different scenario. So this is a name of scenario. Okay, this is three scenario. Suppose we are talking about login scenario. So what is login scenario? In login scenario, what will be first test case? First test case will be like click next button with empty email field. Okay, this is one test case. Second test case will be click next button with invalid email. Third will be for decreasing the font size. Actually, the font size is very big. So I think system is very slow. Yes, yes, yes. That's I'm telling you. Negative, positive, everything will be covered by Selenium. Okay. So click next button with valid email. Okay. And also you can test your boundary value using Selenium. Okay. Also you can test our boundary value. Selenium sometime called side also. Okay. Selenium sometime we can call as a side. Side means Selenium IDE. Okay. So Selenium IDE also used for our boundary value analysis. Fifth will be when we click our, this is our like test case our for this for our email ID. When we for something you can see for your password also. When you use this thing, click in after this next button we can use here sign in, because inside you can get sign in. This will be sign in button. Okay, with empty password field. Okay, so this is 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is also we are having. So suppose this is our 7 test case. Okay, so for the 7 test case we can save as a login as a suit. Okay, also you can cover all this test scenario in single test case. Okay, in Selenium ID, either you can use separate test case for all this thing, for empty field, empty email field, invalid email, valid email, or empty password, invalid password, valid password, like that. Or also you can cover all this scenario in single test case creation of login. Okay, for account also, when you are creating an account, so for this account section there are multiple field like first name, last name, date of birth, what is our email ID, which password we like to create, and also something. But there will be captcha will be there whenever you would like to create account. So sometimes you can get captcha. So captcha will not handle by Selenium or Selenium tool. Okay, because this is security reason, captcha is enabled in our application. Okay, so captcha will not handle. For captcha, if suppose we are getting captcha in somewhere, so we have to manually interact with that field for captcha field only. Okay, so I will show you how can we handle it captcha, and how, so one by one we can look this thing. Okay, any question, any query? No. Okay, fine. So now see, so this is our test suite. So whenever we are saving all this in a single suite, so now this is called as a sing, if suppose we are individual creation this thing, so this will be our, we can save as a test case. And so practically I will show you that, that will be great, that will be better. Okay, so this thing I will cover during for practical, then it is closed. So for closing you can use this one and this also, no problem, close. Okay, now then edit section. In edit section, generally whatever functionality you aware about with the different application, undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, same will be applicable for here also. Two thing you'll be, you can see new thing. One is a insert new command and insert new comment. Okay, these two thing you can see here. Also these two command you can get inside when you right click here, then you can get it. Okay, this is our command area, this is our scripting area. This area is called our scripting area, and we cannot write anything here directly in command, this target, this value. So these three column you can see here is a command, target and value. We do not write here. Whatever thing you like to suppose write, so first we have to select this row. This is row wise division, so this is our first row. So for, when we select this first row, this command target value in bottom side, this is enable now. And whenever we are writing something, so that should be captured in our command section. So suppose we write click, so related to click command, number of command you can see for click. What is a click? Click means click is not single command. With click there multiple command will be there. So according to our choice, according to our requirement, we can select the command, and that command which will be selected here, that will be displaying our command section. And the target, what is the target? Target is our location where we would like to perform that particular click action. Suppose we would like to buy a milk. Okay, buy a milk our function. Okay, so buy a milk is a function. So whenever we like to buy this milk, so we have to go the place where milk is selling, or that milk shop. Okay, so when you go to milk shop, then we can purchase this and we can come there. So our action will into our the milk shop location. Okay, so in a specific location we require to perform that action. So this click is a one event. This event you like to, this is a one action. This action you have to perform somewhere. So that location where you like to perform this section is called target. So in our web page, in web page you can see there are multiple thing, like there will be radio button, checkbox, text box, link, drop and down. So multiple thing will be there. So everything is a object and web element. So those web element is having a specific location, or you can say that's a destination or target also we are calling. Okay, so there we are doing this command, we are performing this command. Okay, so that's coming to target section. So target, like suppose id equal to next. What is id, what is name? So I will define you, and this click will be nothing, and the value will be 0, because the click event is not required any value. If suppose we are using another thing like type. Type is a command in Selenium. So type where we would like to type equal to where we would like to type the type we require for email section. So email a field name, and what we would like to type. Suppose I am typing Kedar. So the value you can see here, according to our inserting the command target and value, everything will be stored in our respective field. Okay, so here we do not write anything, whatever thing you write to, we just to write here. Okay, uh, how will know the standard command? Okay, so how you know standard command, I will show you one by one. Okay, just this example. So you can just, I am removing it. Okay, so this is your section, and everything, anytime when you perform some action, whatever command you are looking, so that command information, for which command we can use for which location, and click is, so the command detail. Okay, there are a lot of command you can see in here. Selenium idle thousands of command, we cannot cover all this command in our this training session. Also you will this depend upon our application. Okay, application to application this is required, and we can use those command as well. There are thousands of command, we cannot use all those command in our applications, but this is a specific requirement. The according to our requirement we can use only. Like see, in our general environment there are a lot of medicine with us, but according to our disease we are taking care of, and we can use those medicine. So that prospect also our application requirement, what command is required for our application, that command we are using, and rest thing will ignore, like that. So the command detail you can see into this reference section. The click is our command, you can say function also. So here the click locator, there's an argument where you can use click. So click on a link button, checkbox, radio button. If the click action cause a new page or load, like link usually does, call wait for page to load. So for this purpose you can use click event, link button, checkbox, and radio button. Sometime we are sometime we are getting whenever we are clicking, so it will take some time to load of the page. Like if you suppose you are searching some hotel, searching some flight, searching some movies, bus result. So for that result section, or suppose you are performing payment, so it will take some time to load the page. At the time you can use this page for wait for page to load command. Okay, so for all command information, where we are using which location we can use the command, so in reference section you can get the detail about the command. Okay, and also I will tell you whenever we are recording our script, so for which location which command you have to use. Okay, now see here, this is our scripting area, and this is way to write the script in our Selenium IDE whenever we are writing our own. Now see, this is a two tab. One tab is table format and second is source format. So here, as you seen, whatever thing will be displayed is the tabular format. So everything we are using here, like command, target, and value we are putting. So that will be according to the field it will be getting. Okay, same sorry, same thing you can see into source for source tab. This is nothing but Selenium ID is saving whatever script we recording, that is recorded script whenever we are saving, so that will be saved as a normal HTML format. Okay, this by default format is HTML format, and that format, that script is called a silence. Okay, and here this source code also you can see the HTML format. The source code is looking as a normal HTML format. Okay, this is the HTML format. Right now our this is not saving with a name, so we are getting a title as a new test. Here you can see here. Okay, untitled. So this is source. Now file is done, edit is yeah. So the new insert command and new command comment we can see. whenever we record one script. Okay, now then action, there will be entire thing will be recording section, play entire test suite, current test suite, periodically, breakpoint, start point. So this is all are our scenario section. Then when we are recording this script, so I will tell you one by one. And then option, in option you can go to option. In option menu also you can get a sub menu as option. In sub menu option you can whenever open it, so by default open first general tab. You can see this uncoding text file, that's a UTF-8. This is a text font format. And in Selenium the default timeout will be 30 second, or you can say 30,000 millisecond. Just recognize this thing, 30 second, it means 30 million second. Here we have to put as a millisecond. We have to define our timeout as a millisecond. So 1000 millisecond equal to 1 second. Okay, 1000 millisecond equal to 1 second. So our timeout is default timeout in Selenium is the 30 second. 30 second is 30,000 millisecond. Okay, and these two things, that's JavaScript user interaction ID extension. So this will help us to for this roll up. I will tell you later on. Okay, and there's a multiple checkbox. You can see this is a configuration part, you can say, for Selenium ID. Whenever this checkbox is selected, like remember base URL. So as you can see, last time we had recorded TCS website. So it whenever we are opening, so in base URL you can get a URL. Okay, if suppose we are deselect this, so whenever we would like to launch our this Selenium ID, will get a clear base URL, will nothing will be there. There is zero URL. There's a blank URL you can get here. Okay, so record SR title automatically whenever we are selecting this. So as you can see, whenever we are opening any page, whenever we open any page, like in Google, if suppose we are writing google.com. Okay, when you open it google.com, so you can see in title, page title, you can see this putting as a Google name. Okay, 1 second, is loading. I think net is very slow. Yeah, so here you can see page title. What is the page title? Page title is showing as a Google. If suppose we are clicking Gmail, the page is changing, so it's giving us a inbox or Gmail, like that. Okay, so whenever we are recording this SR title, so automatically it will capture. So with the help of this SR title we can verify. This is our checkpoint kind of thing, where we can verify we are reaching those respective page or not, or our expecting page or not. So that will be giving us those option to verify the our script. And then record absolute URL. Absolute URL means, what is absolute URL? Absolute URL means generally what happen, what we are doing generally day to day. Whenever we are opening, so we just type gmail.com and hit the enter key. Okay, whenever we are entering enter key, sometimes some person are doing like control and enter. So whenever we are using control enter, so by default it will taking up absolute URL. Absolute URL means it will taking a whole URL path, like http www.gmail.com. This is called our absolute URL. Okay, this kind of URL, whenever we are entering, this called relative expert relative URL. But here whenever we are using like this http://www.google.com, so this is called absolute URL. And this absolute URL is always required for Selenium. Either you can use Selenium ID, or you can use Selenium WebDriver, or you can use Selenium Grid. So anywhere you are using Selenium, so the Selenium is required this whole path from absolute URL. Okay, so you can see here only we can write TCS, so it will by default will take as a HTTP. It will taking care of, no problem in Selenium ID. So this thing, this development tool, that is not required for us. And then experimental feature, I will tell you later on this thing what is this. And display format changing warning message, and start recording immediate and open. So whenever we are selecting this checkbox, so it will, as you can see, first time we launched this Selenium ID right now in our system, so and this is already selected. So whenever we launching, so you can see here our in Selenium ID is as a recorded mode. So whenever we do some action in our Firefox browser, everything should be captured here. Okay, so let me check once. We are opening our Firefox browser, and here suppose I am writing gmail.com. Okay, you can see what will be happen there. Now see our test case, what also I am covering our test case. Okay, Kedar. So see, this is a login. Okay, login scenario we are going on. So first is our click next button with empty field. So you can click next button with empty field. What is our error? So this is our runtime error. Okay, and right now we do not have expect, so we can, this is our expected. Okay, right now we are this suppose Gmail application is come to us Gmail and saying your manager to test Gmail. We do not have such requirement, such documentation for that, so how can we do that? So this is way to write, you can perform your activities with Selenium ID. Just start your web browser and open the URL, and then perform the activities like smoke test. Okay, so we, without entering, we just click next button, then we should get some error because we do not have any input here. This is a one test case. So how can you say, you can save test case, save test case, go to file, then say, click save test case. Save test case means where you would like to save. Save Selenium ID script. Okay, so login underscore this login underscore empty field. Okay, empty email. This is our one test case. Save it. One test case. Now new test case. This is new test case. New test case. What is new test case? Gmail.com. We are entering here some invalid input. Invalid input, like this invalid input, and we are clicking it. So we are getting here some error messages. Okay. Now this is also recorded. Oh, I think this stopped recording. Yes. Okay. Sometimes suppose your script is not recorded, so drag and drop. You can move. You can, the command you can move up and move down also. You can scroll it, drag it, and release somewhere like this. If suppose each step is fluctuated. Okay, it is not happened, but this was not recorded, so I did. Else it is always according to our action in our web page, that will be recorded and it will be stored that order only. Okay, it will not happen like this. Okay, now see, this is the second test case. Second test case was our saving with invalid email ID. You can see here I was only save with login empty field, empty email. Okay, but here it is saving as a login underscore empty email dot html. So by default it is saving as a normal html format. Okay, now invalid, login with invalid email, save it. So see, you are saving two test case with us here. One test case is empty field, second is invalid field. Okay. Now third, with valid new test case, click it, open it, gmail.com. Recording is started. Here now we are using our valid email ID. Suppose this is our valid user. Valid user is come here. Okay, valid user will be come to this place. So how can we see, how can we say this is our valid user? So for valid user, because in Gmail, as you know, valid if suppose the email ID is valid, then after we can come to this place. It is asking us as a password. So for that, you can use this text field. This text field is representing for password. So this password field is reaching to us or not, appear or not. So here you can verify and you can see yes, we are reach in this place, and this is our password field. So just we can verify we are reaching those page or not, this is valid or not. If suppose this is valid, then what? So you can see here. Okay, so this is your third test case for valid email. Okay, so this is your three test case. So similar way you can cover all this scenario. You can cover all this scenario. Okay, the boundary value analysis also you can do, but it will take to first you need to check your database side, how much data will require, like database value. Like see, I am saying my focus is like suppose we are entering this text box area. This is a text box area, this is input field. Here we had given some number, how many number, how many character we are allowing in this field. Okay, like 10 to 10 characters required, 20 characters required, or 30 character required. So according to that we can suppose here we require less than 10. Okay, less than 10 it is not required. So for that we just entering those number of values here. Okay, we just, and when we enter more than that, so we should get an error here. So that error we can capture it. Okay, so that's way we can handle, but before that we need to check our database, what is the length we define in password field or user ID field. Okay, so this is your test cases. Okay, now suppose I am closing it. Now suppose I am closing it, this all test case. So whenever we are closing this test case, okay, we had created this as an individual test case right now. Okay, this is our individual test case. So when you would like to close this, okay, it is not allowed to close. It will ask you to save. Here you can say, you can get a message, would you like to save the test suite? Okay, if you click yes, then it will be save as a all this test case in a single test suite. Suppose we are saving it. Okay, we are saving it and saying this is a login suite. Okay, save it. Now we are opening Selenium ID this time. Suppose we would like to open our login empty field. What you are seeing? Only it will open your empty login field only. It is open only your empty email test case. Okay. Suppose you like to open your test suite. So you just go to open test suite. Open test suite, this is our suite, login suite, and you click open. So all test case will be open. Did you get what is the difference between individual test case and test suite? Yes, correct. So now suppose we are creating a new test case. Suppose we are creating new test case. We start recording, and in password field we are clicking without password. We just did yes. Okay. Now we are saving it as a test case. Login underscore empty password. Okay. Save it and then closing it. Don't save as a suit. Okay. Now again we are opening. Suppose if this time if suppose you are open all this always show this three test case only, because fourth test case we had recorded and saved. So the fourth test case we save as a normal test case. Open login with password empty password. Yes, this one. When you open it, and you have to select this open. So this empty password will be open here. Okay. Now suppose we would like to add this empty password test case into our login scenario in login suite. So how can we do? So for that, first you have to open your suite. This is login suite. Okay. After that, you can go to file and say add test case. Add test case. Which test case you would like to add? This empty password test case you would like to add in our login suite. So you can see here the test case is added in our login suite, and now after that you can save it. Okay, then whenever you like to open it those suite, so always you will get those four test case which is here recorded. Okay, are you getting? Yes, fine. So now suppose we would like to execute this test case. So how can we execute? So execute this test case, there will be two way. One is single test case you would like to execute, or you want to execute like once we click and one by one this will be execute all this test case. Okay, so there will be two options. This is our entire test suite you would like to play. So when you click this button, so it will start from here from begin, and then second, third, fourth, like this it will be execute one by one. If suppose we are getting failure in between, so we'll show you in log section. Okay, where we got failed, where is error, what is the error. Okay, this thing. Second thing, you can when you click this button, so selected test case, this is a bold letter. See, you can see here these two types. You can see here one test case looking as a bold letter, and rest of test case looking as a normal letter. So bold letter means it is selected, is opened. Okay, bold letter means it is open in your this section. This test case is related to empty field only. When you open this one, so you can see this is your invite email ID field for this. Okay, so bold letter is representing us this is selected and this is open here. So we are looking here. Okay, so when you click it and click this run button, play current test set means it will run this second test case. When you are clicking this entire test, so it will be running one by one. Okay, what this is like pause and resume. If suppose in between we would like to stop execution, so we can just press B. Okay, breakpoint. For breakpoint in between the scenario, in between the script, we would like to stop our script execution, so we can just click B. that's called breakpoint. Okay, also you can use breakpoint pressing B, or you can right click in the command section, and here you can see toggle breakpoint. So you can select it, so your breakpoint will be enabled here. Okay, now for removing breakpoint, you can again click B letter, B for Bombay. Okay, and either you can use this toggle breakpoint from here, right clicking context from menu, from your context menu. Now see, what is these two things? This new comment. New comment means you can use your comment like this is for what? This is your invalid login, invalid email. Okay. So whenever we are writing any comment, so the comment is representing as a purple color. Okay, it will not execute. Normal whenever we are writing program, so we are commenting some line in our code. Okay, so the comment is very important in our development time when we are writing some program. So at the time we have to define for what purpose we had written this function, when we are writing this. So some description will be there for a specific code, so it will help us to understand in future. Suppose we are creating some script today, and after 2 months or 3 months we are coming same place, so it will take some time to understand for what purpose we had written that script. Okay, so if suppose there will be description with there, so we can easily understand for this purpose we had written, and this changes was there. Okay, also uh, this comment will help us to our colleague also. If suppose in absence of us, if suppose we are creating this script and we are not there, so our colleague who is working at that time, so he will also read that description for what reason you had written that script, or what purpose that function is written there. So the description part will help us, or the comment line will help us to understand the functional of the program. Okay, so for that reason we are using this comment. And command, if suppose you missed out some command in between or would like to add new command in between, so that time you can use this new insert command. And new insert command will be always when you click select row, and when click command new command, so always it will go to up side. It will not give you lower letter, it will give always up. Just remember, recognize this. So we are clicking it. Okay, got it. Okay, fine. So now we are going to run one by one, and see this is our execution control, you can say, or test speed control, test execution speed controller. We would like to execute fast mode, or we would like to normal mode or slow mode. Okay, so here fast mode whenever we are using, so fast mode will help us while our application will work very smoothly, or our internet speed is very smooth. At that time you can use fast mode. Sometimes what happen, we are executing our uh, uh, this script as a fast mode. Fast mode means this is our, suppose this is our script, there are 3 line of code, so it will be move like this. Okay, one by just it will taking some time for my clicking for this page down button, but the script whenever it will be start to execute really microsecond it will take, and uh, run this three steps. Okay, so as per the moving our script from one step to second step to third step, our application is not able to perform at that speed. Okay, because you can see here, for this example, in Gmail, whenever we are entering our email ID, so email ID will, there's a, as you know, the as I told you also, there will be two server with us. One is application server, second is our database server. Okay, so in application server, whenever we are entering this value, so that goes to first application server, then it will move to our database server. So for verifying this is our valid, this data is in our database or not, this is valid user, invalid user kind of thing, it will check by our system. So for checking and moving data from one server to another server, it will be take some time, because we are not a single person to use Gmail account at a time, because a lot of users at same time logged in the system. Okay, so sometime the conflict will be there. Okay, so for that reason we are getting some delay. Okay, so for that reason we can get a failure in Selenium IDE sometime whenever we are executing our script. So for that, so resolving those things, what we can do, we can just run as a slow mode whenever we are executing slow mode. So you can see the step is running very slow one by one. I will show you with fast mode and slow mode. So see, we are executing now. We just started execution. Then you can see what is happening. 1 second, I just stop. First I have to open it, new Firefox browser. Now see, I would like to start from this entire test suite would like to run. Then you can see here, this failed. One test case is failed here. Okay, and again it was failed. We are getting failed. We are getting failed. So what is the reason is failed? Here you can see email not found, or it is interrupted. Actual did not match inter. So this is our invalid user. Okay, it is running entire threshold, because this is whenever our execution is complete, so it will be enabled. Right now this is disabled. Okay, this is disable means our script is running now. So always you will get a failure because we are stuck here. We are running our script as a fast mode. So fast mode, when we are running, so one script will be failed, so later on script will be also failed. Oh, okay, see line number 14.7. So and you will get a message also in log section. Okay, so this is way to execution. Once I just complete this, I restarting this our execution from slow mode. So for slow mode, you can see here, for slow mode you can just see pass, one test case is passed. Mm, Timeout. Okay. Actually, there is one issue. We got in this version of Selenium IDE. There's a 2.9.1 version. Uh, Actually, this was not happen earlier, because whenever we are running, so one by one, it will automatically start the same browser. But right now, what happened? This one is executed properly, and in this place it will was there. Then after that, it will start from here only. It will not work like this. See, right now it will be pass. If suppose you are running one by one, then you can see, yeah, one line of code is missing here. So which line of code? That's the clicking next button. and when we are not clicking next button, we do not get this message. Okay, so for that we require one command here. So what command we need to do? There's a click. What is a click? Click means id equal to next. Okay, so this is a, whenever we would like to, again we would like to start execution, so it will not work. It will not work same browser. It's required same browser but not same tab. So it's required another tab. Okay, so from other tab, if suppose required to execute, then it will restart execution. So this is one disadvantage, you can say. And that's not a disadvantage, this is a bug of Selenium, because this got in this version 2.9.1. Okay, it will be rectified by Selenium guys later on. Okay, so this one test case also pass. Second test case, when you would like to open, I'm clicking it, closing it. Again we would like to open this test suite. Open test suite, login, test written failure code. Okay, so see, this is a one way to complete your one all test case one section. Like see, first we just open the gmail.com, and here again it's not working. Okay, see, email, it's what. So here I was put at the breakpoint here, and whenever we are coming here, so email, what happened? Previously it was okay. So now when you click it, then it's value, enter the value and click the sign in. Okay, so this is our target where we are performing this section. This is a command, and the value we require whenever we would like to type, so type value will be there. So this way you can record your script and run those. I think we have this test suite, we are getting some error. Suppose we would like to open our single test case as well. Single test case. Suppose we like to execute, then we can see. Oh my God. I got there some error in our test suite, test login. Okay, so that's why we are getting error. Else, which updates? Update means in add-on. Add-on. Once again. In add-on, there will be formatter verify disable no Java formatter package. No, there is no add-on. No. Let's later on I will solve this problem. So now we are recording another thing. Okay, one. So I will cover all this test case in one single test suite. Okay, this all thing we are covering in one single test case. So how it can be possible? So for that we can just record and start recording, and we do in our this gmail.com. In gmail.com, suppose we are clicking it, and then we click it with empty field. We can verify this field is there or not. Then here you can use demo user, uh, like this invalid user ID. Okay, so here after invalid user ID you can see this, this is okay. Now 2101, now we are entering demo 0121, sorry, 0121. So this is valid user ID. What do you do with that link? Okay, so here invalid for invalid password, we are just verifying those, and with valid invalid password, we when you check it, then we are getting email ID or this is invalid. Suppose we are entering our valid user ID. Okay, then you can click it sign in. Then when you go to sign in, this will come to dashboard. In dashboard again we are logged out, then sign out. Okay, so this is your whole scenario of Gmail. So everything will be captured in one single test case. This is your login test case of Gmail. So here you can save as a normal test login Gmail login 1303. Okay, so now when you like to run, so go to slow mode, then you can see your, one second, I have to open new tab. This, yes, now you can see when you start execution, then your script will run one by one. Okay, so your end-to-end flow for login is done. So this way to execute and record your script, and you will see. So one more thing here, you can look it out. This you can see there's a two color combination in your scripts. One is a dark green, or one is very light green. Okay, so what is the difference between this light green and dark green? So this dark green, where you are getting this, which place, all place will be your verified. If this is checkpoint, you can say. Here we are validating, yes, this after entering invalid field or empty field, so we should get a error. So this is our test, means you can say in short of, this is our test case. Okay, this is our expected, the value we are entering, this is our expected. And when we are running, so at the runtime it will capturing this value in this location, and the value we are expecting, this is our expected result, and this is our actual result. So runtime, they are getting this data from in this location. So if suppose this is equal, then it give us pass. Like see this green as a green symbol. If suppose it is not matching, though it will be give as a failure. What do you do with that link? I will solve those error. Why it was giving us that error? Because it should not happen like that. Okay, so I have to rectify because it will take some time to work on that. Uh, yes, I'm telling you what is the difference between assert text and verify text. Okay, so see, now I am changing the value of this assert text. In assert text, I am changing here. Not changing here. No, in this line I'm not changing. I'm changing here in this section. Both are same. Verify text. I'm changing this value. I'm just putting a small p, not capital P. Okay. And here also I am putting a small t instead of capital T. Okay. I'm just changing this password field. Okay. This is a password field where P is capital and in assert here the T is capital. So P is small and T is small here. This is our expected. Okay, we are expecting like this. And what happened during the execution? You just check it out. Now we are start our execution. You have seen something? What happened? Any guesses? Can you guess what is happening? Execution is stopped. Yes. From where? Assert, yes. So this is the main difference between assert and verify. Assert and verify, these two checkpoint in Selenium, which will help us to verify our expecting value is matching with actual runtime data. Okay, and verify will not stop our execution. It will indicate us where error, what is the error. The error thing we can get for verified text, but will not stop execution. It will continue for next steps. But in assert, whenever we are getting error, it is not matching with expected. So it will not move, it will not allow to move ahead. It will destroy our execution and stop at that place only. This asset will help us to do like before payment we cannot get a receipt like that. If suppose we are entering wrong uh, CVV number or our debit card number, so it will not allow us to move ahead for next steps. Or without select, if suppose we are would like to book a movie or would like to book a cinema, so without selecting any flight we cannot move to next steps. Or so the mandatory field, what are the mandatory field will be there in the page. So mandatory field should allow before finishing or before putting value in that field we cannot move to next steps. So for that thing we can use assert, and for verify we can just take it out this value is there or not. Does not mandatory to fill. Or sometimes what happen, suppose we are having this lot of a scenario we cover in single test we are cover all our 7 kind of tests. So in between suppose multiple error we are getting, so we do not want to stop. Suppose we are getting error in this place, we do not want to stop our execution for one error only. So just wanted to know that how many error in our application, how many bugs with us in our application. So we note down, count those number of bugs. So for that purpose, we can use our verify method or verify checkpoint, you can say. Okay. So this is the difference between assert and verify. Okay. So you did practice a lot of thing, you can got it. Okay. And also you can see this is your page source in page source section in the HTML format, everything, anything you want changing here. So you can see the changes in that place. I am changing here this location. We change our in table format, a small p, I am putting a capital P here, and also here the small t, I put a capital T here, and then you can move to your place in table format. You can see the changes will be done. See, this is our location where we had changes. So anything, whatever thing you would like to put here, so same thing will be reflected on source code. And if suppose you like to edit something or remove something, so that will be, you can also retrieve those things into your table section. So both are similar. Okay. So do you have any query? Okay. Yes. Now, one more thing you can see in this syllabus are these topics in Selenium ID. This is your this icon. What is this icon? This icon is showing us a schedule. Turn test scheduler on or off. So whenever we are recording our script, we recorded our script, we created our test script in Selenium ID, and those tests create test script would like to execute with different time zone or multiple times. If suppose you like to execute, then you can set your you can schedule for execution. Suppose in every day you'd like to execute your test script. So once you create, and then you can set your which day you would like to execute, which time, what. So here you can just select those date and those day, and it will be start execution according to your defined time. Suppose, and always it will it has given 5 minutes interval in between for execution. Right now, see, today is which day is today? Saturday, Sunday. Today is Sunday, I think. No? Yes, today is Sunday. So today is Sunday. So I'm clicking Sunday. What is time now? Today time is 10 o'clock. This is taking off our system time. Okay. So in system time, this is a 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Now 10:05. Okay. So suppose I want to execute this test case test script at 10 o'clock and 5 minutes. Okay. So there's a 20-hour format, 24-hour format. So there's a 24, 0 to 23, and the double five, 0 to 25 and 55 minutes. So 55 minutes interval, it will be start execution. So you can see, just we would like to execute this script at 10:05 a.m. We edit it as we had scheduled, and so whenever you like to schedule for execution your test scripts, so at that time your this Selenium IDE and your browser, which browser? There's a Firefox browser, should be open. Okay. Suppose you are living from your office at 8 o'clock, say 7 o'clock, whatever time. So and you like to execute this at 10 o'clock or in between is midnight at 12 o'clock. So at the time you had open your Firefox browser and Selenium IDE, and your system should be on. Okay. So just waiting, it will be taking 3 minutes more, 10 a.m. right now. 10:03. Okay. So with the help of Selenium ID, we can test our web-based application. And there's some disadvantage also. Okay, Selenium ID only work with Firefox browser. It will not execute or it will not record our another user extension into different browser like Internet Explorer or Chrome. And also, I would like to suggest you whenever you are working with Selenium IDE, so don't touch your personal credential or your personal data, because as you can see here, this is the demo user ID, okay, which is I'm using for training purpose. It is not my valid account, okay. So whatever password you are entering, so everything will be showing as a actual text, okay. So actual text is suppose you are using here. Now see, 10:05 our execution is started, okay. Browser is started here, and our script is also running one by one, okay. So you can execute your test case multiple times. Now only you have to change your suppose someone saying you to execute for 100 user. So what you have to do, you can use you can put this value, username and password here 100. There will be two way to do. One is you can copy paste 100 times all these scripts, okay. 100 times you can copy paste this script, or there is more option. One more option will be like you can parameterize from Selenium ID also. You can parameterize those data from your external source, and only you can use username and password. So one by one it will take the username password from that location and execute all these steps. So parameterization part we can see tomorrow. Okay, means not tomorrow, means next week, Saturday. Okay, so next week I will give you one simple example also. Like see, this is how many steps will be there. Like there we can see the lot of steps we are having for this Gmail account checking. So we can reduce, we can what we can do, we can reduce this all line of code. All this line of code, this script you are looking here, this script we can control with single line of code. One single line of command, we can control all this number of line. Okay, this number of line we can execute only with one single command. And that single command, how can we do? We have to create a JavaScript function, and the JavaScript function that's come to a roll up. Roll up means we are apply roll up rule whenever we would like to apply what when at what time we can use Roll-up rule. Roll-up rule we can apply to reduce our script. In a single command, we can use all this entire command. Okay, we can create a single command for execution all this command. Okay, that's come to our roll-up rule, and this is your optimization part. As I told you yesterday, I think you had asked me about how can we optimize our scripts. So in Selenium IDE, optimization part will be there using your JavaScript function. So for that, we have to create one JavaScript function, and after that, you can parameterize. Suppose we would like to use hundred of user, thousands of user. We would like to check end-to-end test for thousands of users. The user is ready to logged in or log out. So for that you can require thousands of valid credential, then it will be pass it out. Okay. Okay. So if you have any queries, so let me know. Yes, once again. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. One question here, as in, so when do we use this procedure? As in, now we have recorded here, right?
Mhm.
Then we use a Java rollup. If
Mhm.
that's what. So, uh, before Java rollup, we have to record this in the same way.
Yes, yes, yes. You can record all these steps because see, all this is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 19. So 19 line of script will be there. Okay. So all these 19 steps you can control in single steps. So
Okay.
for reducing this step, first you have to record all this script. After recording this, you can create a Java
Okay.
function, JavaScript function.
Right. So the first step will always be recording in
Yes,
any
yes,
case.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
If suppose
And
you
one more thing. Yeah. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
once suppose if suppose you do not want to record, okay. So also you can do manually. How can you do manually? Manually like this. So you can according up now see as also you asked me before this recording session, today's section, uh, how we know which command will use at what time. Okay, so
Right.
this normally whenever we open our application, like see in Gmail come here. So now see here. So this is our text box. Here what is our action? Just think. Here we are input. We are typing
Right.
here. Okay, we would like to type something. So type will our command. You can write here. First will be open. Okay. Then second command will be uh, type. Type is command. Where would like to type? So from the target location, for finding target location, we require Firebug and Firepath. So that thing also I will tell you later on our next session,
Okay.
next
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think you are aware about this inspect element. So just you can move your cursor to there. Then you can see the particular this text box, this text field. You can get a line of code for particular this text box in Gmail. So here there is a ID equal to email. Okay, so we can check it out here. So ID equal to email. And what will you like to type here? Suppose anything we are typing, just test. Okay. And next line. Next, what is the next steps? Clicking this next button. So command is our click.
Click.
Okay. And target is our next button. So again we require. So you can see ID equal to next. So ID equal to next. Okay. So from this way you can uh, manually create your script.
Okay, okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you execute now, then you can see your script is running. See.
Right.
Okay. So I will tell you how can we rectify this, how can we use this firebug, because this is very important for this element locator in web page. How can we identify those web elements? So finding the element, we are having multiple options in Selenium. There are 8 kind of things with us. One is the ID, name, CSS selector, XPath, link text, partial link text, document object model, and CSS selector. So X, all this thing will help us to find the target location.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And what if I have to test an application in Chrome, as in?
Yes, yes. So we'll see also. Whenever we are using this
Yeah, yeah.
Selenium ID, only you
So
can.
it's coming up later, right?
Yes, yes, yes. It's definitely we'll see this one. All this script, whatever script we have created here for Selenium IDE, and this script you can see here that it is execute only in Firefox browser. So same script, all this script you like to execute with Internet Explorer and Chrome. I will give you Safari also. Okay, with a
Right, right.
different
No
browser,
problem. Yeah.
I will show you how can we execute it.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So,
Thanks.
Kedar,
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
will. This is our second session, and yesterday class and today class. Accordingly, I will share with you one assignment to you. After each class, each week, we are sending you some assignment, and you have to finish those assignment in till February. Sorry, Friday, and after Friday you can send us, and then also the mark will be there for that assignment.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll do that. But then, where do I have to mail the assignment? As in, do I have to mail it somewhere or
Yes,
save
yes,
it
you
on
have
my
to,
ID?
no, you have mail us. We are in where you will get the assignment in which email ID, so same email ID you have to revert us.
Sorry, I did not get that.
Means we are sending with one email ID to you.
Okay.
Okay, you can revert
Okay,
on that
okay.
mail ID only.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Okay, fine, thanks.
Thank you.